How's it going, guys? Benjamin here with ProTech Installers, and I wanted to just show you a little project I've been working on for the past few weeks. We're out here in Swarthmore, PA. We are working on their backyard for the most part, and a little bit of indoor whole home audio. So for the past few weeks, I've been working on their shed. They just knew they got built. We also installed a couple Ring cameras. We did some in-ceiling speakers, and we actually ran internet all the way from the basement in the house all the way out to the shed. Let's go check it out. As you can see here, we have a beautiful backyard. We have an absolutely beautiful deck that just got built. Out here, we have two outdoor speakers that are going to be going. We have one right there and one right there. These are going to be Polk Audio Atrium 4s. That is going to provide a little bit of background music out here. If they're out here sitting underneath the deck, there's going to be a ceiling fan underneath here. They're out here sitting by the fire. They want to enjoy some nice music when they're doing so. We have right here a Ring Spotlight mount cam. This is a camera to be able to provide video feed to their backyard. This was kind of tricky to get installed there. This is how the electrician left the wiring, except they left a little hole right there. So in order to make everything nice and neat and not have to have a bunch of ugly conduit being shown, I converted that little hole into an outlet. And that way, if they're out here and they want to plug anything in, they can. They also do have an outlet there, but they might want to plug in some string lights. They might want to do some Christmas lights here. Now they do have the ability to do that. They'll be able to run it all along this ceiling here. And so I was able to tap into that outlet and run the cable through the roof and out to here. We just have a little bit of conduit there at the top. I was really happy with how this came out. For here, we did have to go with some conduit. They're not going to really be coming back here. They just wanted to be able to see what was going on back here. They're not going to be able to see it from the house. So we do have another Ring Spotlight cam there. It's flashing here because it's getting ready to be set up. Everything looks really clean. The conduit, one little straight little pipe, nothing crazy, no crazy bends or anything like that. Everything's watertight. Everything looks professional, nice and clean, and they're going to be able to see everything that's going on back here. I really do like these mounted Ring cameras. They do have the floodlights. Although they were thinking about getting the floodlights, they thought, hey, we really don't need floodlights out here. But this Spotlight is a great alternative. It does have these two light bars here on the side that do provide a lot of light out here. But they also do have lights here in their ceiling. So it's not the end of the world if there was not a lot of light, but it's going to provide nice, really wide, crisp video, and they'll be able to see what's going on back here. There's a nice little space here that they can monitor now with the camera back there. How are you going to be able to connect these to the internet? This is an Amazon Era Wi-Fi router. Just put this in maybe 10 minutes ago. So this is going to be providing Wi-Fi to the entire shed. It's a pretty good sized shed. It's going to be a little workshop here. They're going to be able to do all their woodworking, to spend some time out here, away from the kids, and just be able to get some work done. And it's a really nice space for it. It's got these beautiful large skylights here to really let a lot of light through. And it just really works in this space. I really like it. We do have two massive holes here. These are going to be for in-ceiling speakers. Once the ceiling's all painted, I'm going to be putting in two 6-inch Polk Audio R5650s, I believe. And they're going to be in here, just two for this space. They didn't want to go crazy and do four. They could have done four, one in each corner. But this is a pretty small size room. It doesn't need a ton of audio coming out here. It's just going to be for nice background noise. And it's going to be able to pump out more than enough for this size room. And so powering all that, basically how these wires are run is they are run here all along here. This is actually a trim that runs along here. I just have to take that trim off in order to get some of the wire back there. But all these wires are going to be hidden. They're nicely tacked along. Even though they're not going to be seen, I really like to make sure that the wires are neatly tacked and they look good. It doesn't matter whether they're going to be seen or not. If you need to do any type of servicing, you want to know that your wires are easy to be serviced. It just looks really clean. Everything is stapled down and it runs all the way here and then runs behind the wall. The wires do pop out right there next to the outlet. I am aware, I do know, you're not really supposed to put service wires right next to an outlet. I know that. In this case, did try to put it over there. There's just stud packs all along this wall. That was the only place that was really going to be able to be the best place for an outlet. This is going to get sanded and probably filled in, so it's not a big deal that this is there. I made sure to talk to the homeowner beforehand. Right here we have two little boxes, these little low voltage boxes. These are great. Cut large holes just like outlets and then have some low wire voltage boxes to be able to run your cables through. And these are our speaker cables. So this is gonna be for the outside, and this is gonna be for the in-ceiling speaker. And right here are gonna be 2 volume knobs. Everywhere else in the house where they're doing audio, they're doing Sonos ports, and they're gonna have one individually for each zone. They're just so expensive, and I thought to myself, hey, listen, you guys are out here. If you guys were wanting to play music, it's not the end of the world. Being able to save you $600-700 just coming in here, turning a volume knob up and down, and then being able to control your volume on your phone. Suppose they come outside and they want to go and listen to music outside here, maybe go by the fire with some friends or whatnot. They'll be able to come in here, turn the volume knob on the fire all the way up to max volume, and then turn the volume knob for in here to complete mute. And then they'll be able to, on the Sonos amp that is going to be sitting up here, be able to change the volume remotely through their phone. And so then if they come back in here and they want to start playing music inside the shed, they don't even have to move anywhere. They literally just got to come over this wall, turn up the volume on the shed, mute the volume on the outside speakers, and then they can control their volume either through Alexa or through their phone. So it saves them a little bit of money. They'll have a Sonos amp that'll provide power and audio to the speakers, and they'll be able to control that wherever they are within the home. So suppose they forget to turn off the music at nighttime, they can still control that while they're in the house, and they'll have no issues doing so. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on here. Right there is the tube that we fed a Cat 6 cable that's going from the basement all the way over there, all the way underground into a conduit wire, and coming out right here, and then this is going back into the building and being fed right here to the router. Quite a long run. I would say it's probably about, I want to say 250, maybe 300 feet. So it's pushing the limits of Cat 6 and what it can run. It's still pushing out a gig here. I just did some Wi-Fi tests, and it's pushing out 450 megabytes per second on iPhone 12. So that's pretty much what you're going to be expecting when you're paying for gig speeds, if you're not directly connected to Ethernet. Yeah, that's running under the ground there. So yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on so far. So I've been working on this project, I would say probably in total, maybe 5 days. Gotten a lot of work done. We also just finished up another Ring camera there on the side of the house above the jacuzzi. But we'll get to that side and get to that part of the house once everything else has been kind of finished up. Kind of in the same status as the shed. I just haven't really done a shed like this before, and I kind of wanted to show you guys possibilities that you can do when it comes to smart home tech, home audio, home theater, and where you can actually really be placing that. If you're doing new construction, you can run electric and you can run data and you can play music all the way out here. And it's really going to be a nice little space for them to come out here and just get some work done. And it's going to feel very comfortable. They're going to have music. They're going to be able to listen to podcasts. They're going to be able to watch their favorite shows on their phone or a tablet and wirelessly stream them to their speakers in the ceiling. They're going to be able to get good security. They're going to be able to see everything that's going on in their backyard, monitor their children that are going to be out here playing, their dogs, if they're up there in the house doing something else. Really, really impressed with how the craftsmanship of this shed actually was put together by another client of mine, Ed Lulovich. Built this for them. He's a contractor, and I've done some installs in his house. So that's how we actually got introduced through him. This is just a really, really fun project. Can't wait for this to be done and be able to show you the progress and kind of how it's going to look when it's finished. Thank you. You guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.